Shanti. Good morning. Today, beloved Baba is explaining about the great mantra. Baba says, Guru gives mantra and Sadguru gives great mantra. We all know about the great mantra, Man Mana Bhav. So this great mantra is called as the one which influences the mind, the one which chases Maya away. In some culture, it is said that when there are storms, they blow the conch shell and they also recite the Gayatri mantra. If there is anything happening like droughts or floods or any storms will come, they use that mantra. And here Baba says, I give you this mantra which works the entire confluence age, because looking at the borderlands, you are the travelers of the new world, and therefore Maya puts obstacles, and in order to not to have the Maya's obstacles, to conquer Maya, to make it subservient, for it is necessary Man Mana Bhav, remember me. And secondly, Baba says that you are getting free workers. Deities love cleanliness, cleanliness of the mind and also external cleanliness. Both the cleanliness is allowed by the deities, and you are becoming deities. The whole world that is so much polluted, so dirty. What is happening in Delhi city, you all know. Everybody are wearing masks and going here and there. There are online classes, schools are closed, there is lockdown. Baba says the elements of nature is having cleanliness for you children. These are free laborers. You need not have to spend anything on them. And then Baba has spoken something interesting. Baba says, I don't have destruction. You are my children, so how can I destroy you? And I don't order anybody that you have to kill them. So being a father, how can I order this? I don't do that, but automatically the more the cleanliness will be, the dirtiness will be finished. We are seeing is what all is happening, and so today Baba's Murli has brought the message of Man Mana Bhav. Make this Maha Mantra, the great mantra, very firm. This is the one great mantra that will clear everything. 20 November 2024, Baba says, sweet children, only by using the mantra that disciplines the mind, Man Mana Bhav, can you conquer Maya. Remind everyone of this mantra. Remind everyone of this mantra. Question. Who are the greatest laborers in this unlimited drama, and in which way? Answer. The greatest laborers in cleaning this old world are the natural calamities. The greatest laborers in cleaning this old world are the natural calamities. The world is cleansed by earthquakes and floods. God doesn't give directions to anyone for this. How could the Father destroy his children? They have these parts in the drama because this is the kingdom of Ravan. They cannot be called godly calamities. They cannot be called godly calamities. God doesn't do it. It is natural calamities and not godly calamities. Om Shanti. Only the Father says to you children, children man manabhav. It isn't that you children can sit here and say this to the Father. Children do not say Shubhava man manabhav. No. Although when children sit together and chat, they can come up with ideas. The main great mantra is the one that the Father gives you. Gurus give mantras. The main mantra, the great mantra, the Father gives, and the others, they give only mantras. Mantra means advice. But when did that system begin? The Father, the one who creates the new world, first gives the mantra Man Manabhav. This is called the mantra that disciplines the mind. It is the mantra with which to conquer Maya. You don't have to chant it inside, but you do have to explain it. The Father explains the meaning of it. This mantra is written in the Gita, but no one understands its meaning. This is only one hymn that has come twice in Gita as Manmanabhav. And no one can explain the meaning of it, only the Father do explain. This time is now that episode of the Gita, but the name has simply been changed. On the path of devotion, they create such huge books. In fact, the Father sits here and explains this to you children orally. This knowledge is in the Father's soul. It is the souls of you children that imbibe this knowledge. These pictures have been created so that this knowledge is easy for you to explain. You children have all of this knowledge in your intellects. You understand that there definitely used to be the original eternal deity religion. There were no other lands at the time. Bharat is called the world of enlightenment. Ba means light and Ratha means fulfilled. So it was completely filled with light. It is enlightened. All of those other lands were added later on. You should keep this picture somewhere in a corner to show that it was their kingdom in Bharat and that there were no other religions at that time. There are now so many religions, then none of them will exist any longer. Seed and then the expansion, again the seed and expansion. This is Baba's plan. Those people have so many worries. You children understand that this is absolutely accurate. It has also been written that the Father comes and carries out establishment through Brahma. Establishment of what? Establishment of that new world. The capital is on the banks of the Jamuna. There is only one religion there. The tree is very small. Only the Father gives you the knowledge of the tree. He also gives the knowledge of the cycle. There is only one language in the golden age. There is no other language at that time. You can prove that there was only one Bharat, there was only one kingdom, and only one language. In paradise, there was happiness and peace. There was no name or trace of sorrow. Paradise is called for heaven, where there is ignorance of knowledge or of sorrow. There is no knowledge of sorrow. Here there may be anything, but the neighbor is unhappy. There will definitely be the feeling of unhappiness. So in the golden age there are no name or trace of sorrow. Baba says, there was health, wealth, happiness, everything. At the time when Bharat was new, the lifespans of its people were very long because there was purity. When there is purity, people are healthy. In the golden age, deities don't have hospitals or doctors. Everything depends on purity. Everything depends on thinking. The more thinking is good, the more there will be healthy. Look at the state of human beings now that there is impurity. Untimely death takes place suddenly. Even young people die. There is so much sorrow. Untimely death doesn't take place there. People reach their full age. None of them die until they have reached their full lifespan. That is, until they have become old. Whenever you explain to people, you have to enable their intellects to imbibe that they must remember the unlimited Father, because He alone is the purifier and the bestower of salvation. You should have that map so that you can explain and prove that this is a map of the world today and that is a map of tomorrow's world. There is the picture of today's Bharat and Bharat of tomorrow. Some do listen carefully. You have to explain this accurately. This Bharat is an eternal land. When this deity religion existed, there were no other religions. That original deity religion no longer exists. Where did Lakshmi and Narayan go? No one can tell you that. No one has the power to tell you that. Your children can explain the full meaning very well. There is nothing to be confused about. You now understand everything, and so you can repeat it to others. You can ask anyone, where did those deities go? There was the rule of the deities in the Bharat. There were 33,000 deities. Where did they all go? They will be amazed when they hear your question. You can tell them with faith how they take 84 births. This is in your intellect. You can instantly say that it was our kingdom in the golden age of the new world. There was only the original eternal deity religion there. There were no other religions at the time. Everything is new. Everything is Satopradhan. There is a limitless gold there. It is mined very easily, and their bricks and buildings are made from it. Everything there is made of gold. The mines would all be new. There would be no limitations. There would be no limitations where real materials are so plentiful. Here there is no trace of real things. Here there is so much influence of limitation, and this is why it has been said that bodies are false, Maya is false, and property is also false. So many different varieties of diamonds and jewels have emerged that you can't even tell whether they are real or false. They have so much to show that you cannot discriminate between real and false ones. These false things will not exist there. When destruction takes place, everything will go beneath the earth. They used such huge diamond stones in their buildings. Where would all of those have come from? Who would have cut them? There are many experts in India. They will continue to become cleverer. They will have the sanskars from here, and they will then take their skills there with them. The crowns will not be made simply of diamonds. You can visualize. You can visualize a crowns and throne. Baba says electricity, telephones and motor cars did not exist before. Now there are artificial intelligence. Real intelligence is gone. Now it is the world of artificial intelligence. I sometimes do think how people will become using their artificial intelligence. If you ask the children 6 into 7, they will open the mobile to get the answer. If you ask the old ones, they will tell instantly. The brain which is working will not work then. And therefore, Baba says, all of those things have emerged during Baba's lifetime. It has been about 100 years since all of these things emerged. There they are great experts. Even now people are still learning. They are still becoming clever. Your children are also given visions of that. The helicopter there will be foolproof. Dadi Gulzar used to say, I have run the aeroplane. You only have to switch on the button and stop the button have to go right and left, go up, go down. Daddy says, I have run the aeroplanes. Nowadays we are having the vehicle where it automatically searches for the parking. It will stop. So no need to have the steering wheel. So it will be very light. It will take itself corner. So nowadays we are having such vehicle. It is in our world itself, in our country. Your children will have all visions. The helicopter there will be foolproof. Daddy would say with a lot of love, there will be other women to go to school. There will be other women to go to picnic. There will be other women to go with the family. Baba says your children will be Sato Pradhan and have shrewd intellects. As you progress a little further, you will continue to have visions of everything. It is similar to when you return from abroad and approach your home country and see the trees. You have the happiness inside. You are now about to arrive home. At the end, you will also continue to receive such visions. Your children understand that Baba is the most beloved. He is the Supreme Soul. Everyone remembers him. You also used to remember the Supreme Soul on the path of devotion, but you didn't know whether he was small or large. It is remembered that there is a unique star sparkling in the center of the forehead, so he must definitely be like a point. He alone is called the Supreme Soul, God. He has all the specialities. He is the ocean of knowledge. What knowledge does he give you? You can only find that out when he gives it to you. Did you know any of this previously? You only knew about devotion. Now you understand what a wonder this is. You can't see a soul with your physical eyes, and so you also forget the Father. However, this part of the drama is such that the name of the one who is made into the master of the world is used, and the name of the one who made him that is made to disappear. Baba is the point of light. Brahma Baba's chariot remained incognito. The one which is made, his name's common friend. They have said that Shri Krishna is called Trilokinath, the Lord of Paradise, but they don't understand the meaning of that. They just give him that importance. They have made so many stories on the path of devotion. They say that God has so much power. Brother Sushil, how much power does God has? That is brighter than 1,000 suns. We are unable to face one sun. How can we face 1,000 suns? And that he can burn everything. They have made up such stories. The father says, how could I burn my children? That is not possible. Would a father destroy his children? No. This is part of the drama. The old world has to be destroyed. These natural calamities are laborers for the destruction of the old world. They are the greatest laborers. It isn't that the Father gives them directions for destruction. No. Storms take place. Famine takes place. Does God say do this? God doesn't give any order. That is, Sister Jayanti was saying, there are rainfall everywhere in deserts. There is extreme rainfall in the deserts, and they will be having their food and drink accordingly. Does God say do this? Never. This is part of the drama. The Father doesn't say create bombs. All of those are said to be Ravan's directions. This drama is predestined. This is the kingdom of Ravan, and so its people have devilish intellects. So many die. At the end, everything will be burned. At the COVID time, what happened? There was total destruction of everyone's bodies. Baba says this place predestined, and it continues to repeat. It isn't that destruction takes place by Shankar's eye opening. Those things cannot be called godly calamities. They are natural. The Father is now giving you children Srimad. It is not a matter of causing sorrow for anyone. The Father is the one who shows the path to happiness. According to the drama plan, buildings continue to become old. The Father too says, the whole world has become old. It has to be destroyed. Look how people keep fighting amongst themselves. They have devilish intellects. When people have godly intellects, there is no question of killing. This is the difference. This is the difference between godly intellects and devilish intellects. Godly intellects is of confluence age or of the golden age. Godly intellects is of the confluence age. In one sentence, Baba says, godly intellects never cause sorrow to anyone, will never have any conflicts. Godly intellects means the path of happiness, the giving and taking of happiness. There is no question of any quarrel or conflict. The Father says, I am the Father of everyone. I love everyone. When Baba looks at children here, his vision goes towards these special children, the one who remember the Father with a lot of love. Baba's special children are in front of the Father. Baba says, I look at them, the one who do a lot of service and the one who remember the Father a lot. They are the ones who remember the Father with a lot of love and who also do service. While sitting here, the Father's vision goes towards the serviceable children. Sometimes it is on Dehradun, sometimes on Meerut, and sometimes on Delhi. In Dehradun, our Sister Prem was there. Who has seen Sister Prem? Raise your hand. Not many have seen. Teachers also haven't seen. Our Sister Prem is the beginning jewel of the Yagya, There are many stories related of her. There are many stories of her service. I would tell you one thing. There are many Mahamandaleshwars of Dehradun. So there was the Mahamandaleshwar conference in Om Shanti Bhavan. Sister Prem had done a lot of service of them in the beginning, in the very beginning, when they had to come to Mount Abu. At that time, Sister Prem used to say, there are many Mahamandaleshwars who will have to come here, and they used to come and hear you. So they used to come, and then Baba said, Sister Prem has to be sent. She would explain to the Mahamandaleshwar. Sister Prem explained to them. They spoke about the bowls. So Sister Prem said, you have to remove all those bowls, and very peacefully they met one another. They became content. So there was such quality in Sister Prem. She had sweetness. She knew how to explain to anyone. She had spirituality. She was a faithful intellect. She had love for Baba. She was a faithful intellect. Many a times Baba remembers her. She was very sweet. So Meerut, we had Devta Dadi. Devta Dadi was in Delhi first, and then Baba sent her to Meerut. Why her name was Devta? Her name was Kamal Sundari, and then she was given the name Devta because she had those qualities in her like a deity, and through her there was the part of granting vision. And the speciality of Devta Dadi was, if there are anybody in the class in the early morning or not, she would sit at 6 a.m. on the gaddi, and Baba's Murli, which was on the top, she used to listen to the Murli, and when she used to go to trance, she never used to close her eyes. Her eyes used to be opened. And in Delhi, there were many jewels. Baba do remember Delhi. Our brother Jagdish, our Dadi Gulzar. I also remember the children who remember me. Sometimes Baba says, why should I remember you? But today Baba says, I also remember the children who remember me. I even remember Baba says, I even remember those children who don't remember me, because I have to take everyone back with me. Those who come to understand this knowledge of the cycle of the world from me will then claim a high status number-wise. These are unlimited matters. Those teachers are limited. That one is unlimited. Therefore, your children should experience so much happiness inside you. The Father says, not everyone's part can be the same. This one is this part. What did Baba spoke about happiness? There should be this realization. we have our own part. We shouldn't be disturbed by looking at others' part. Everyone are playing their own part. There are a handful of the multi-millions who follow. They say, I am your child of 7 days. I am your child of 1 day. So you are kittens. The father continues to explain each aspect. You definitely crossed the river and came. Knowledge began as soon as the father came. He is praised so much. You must have studied that Gita episode so many times for birth after birth. So look at the difference between the versions spoken by God Shri Krishna and the versions spoken by God Shiva. The contrast is like that of day and night. It is now in your intellects that when you were in the land of truth, you saw a great deal of happiness. In fact, you experience happiness for 3/4 of the cycle. The Father has created the drama for happiness, not sorrow. You began to experience sorrow afterwards. You receive a lot of happiness. If it were half and half, there wouldn't be that much pleasure. No wars will take place for 3,500 years. There aren't any sicknesses. Just look how there is now illness after illness. In the golden age, there won't be any insect that eat the grain. That is why it is called heaven. You should also display a map of the world so that people can understand. Originally there was only Bharat. There were no other religions at that time. The founders of religions came later, number-wise. You children now know the history and geography of the world. Everyone except you says Neti, Neti, which means that they don't know the Father. They say that he has no name, form, land or time period. If he doesn't have a name or form, he cannot have land either. The one who is having more name, we have disappeared him. And therefore Baba says, I am not beyond name, form, land and time. But my name, form, land and time is different from all of you all. If somebody's name is Amir Chand, he may be very poor. You all have heard there was one person, his name was Sajju. People were thinking as what kind of name it is, you have to change your name. My friend's name Sajju is not okay. He went home. One woman, so what is your name? That person was asked. She said, my name is Lakshmi. And she was also very poor. And one beggar was begging. He said, my name is Dhanpat. And that person went ahead. The dead body was taken. So he said, Amarnath. That person came back. Throughout the day he heard many names. Sajju, your name is Sajju. So listen. Lakshmi is having the pottery. Amarnath went away and therefore my name Sajju is okay. And Baba says there is nothing beyond name, form, land or time. It is a different thing that we don't know about his name or form, but there is everyone's name, form, land and time period. If If he doesn't have a name or form, he cannot have a land either. However, they don't understand anything. The father now gives his accurate introduction to you children. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father, Bab, Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you spiritual children. We spiritual children love, remembrance and good morning to our spiritual father. With a lot of love, Baba sustains us, so we have to respond with a lot of love. We spiritual children love, remembrance, namaste and good morning to our beloved spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. In order to stay constantly in limitless happiness, continually remember all the unlimited things that the unlimited Father tells you and continue to follow the Father. Secondly, in order to stay constantly healthy, adopt purity. On the basis of purity, you can claim the inheritance of health, wealth and happiness from the Father. Blessing. May you be a contented soul and remain constantly full by keeping all your attainments immersed in your awareness. May you be a contented soul and remain constantly full by keeping all your attainments immersed in your awareness. Keep all the attainments that you have received from Bab Dada at the confluence age immersed in your awareness. The happiness of those attainments will then prevent you from descending into any upheaval. You will remain constantly unshakable. Fullness makes you unshakable and frees you from upheaval. Those who are full of all attainments are constantly happy and content. Contentment is the greatest treasure of all. Those who have contentment have everything. They continue to sing the song, I have attained what I wanted to attain. Slogan. Sit in the swing of love and all hard work will automatically finish. Sit in the swing of love and all hard work will automatically finish. Avyakta signal. At the moment, you are using your body, mind, wealth and time, but by using the powers of your mind for service, you will receive a lot of success in a very short time. At present, you sometimes have to work hard on yourself. The effort you have to make to transform your nature, or moving along in a gathering, or of becoming disheartened, when you don't see so much success in service, all of this will finish. When you do service through the power of the mind, you will become successful. We heard Baba's sweet version. Shanti. All the senior sisters who were invited for the meeting in the evening at 5 p.m. will reach the Dadi meeting hall. The meeting will begin there. The evening meditation and will be in the conference hall, and Murli class will be in the conference hall. 3 minutes minutes we will sit in Baba's remembrance. We have to make this happiness permanent within us, no matter what the situation may be, no matter what happens. Our happiness should not be erased. When Baba has given us such a high task to do, then the happier we will be, the easier this work will be done. Baba has given us that power, whereas we already know that whatever things will keep coming in today's world will last for some time, and then the whole world is about to change. Om Shanti.